Okay, let's look at number 11 is dealing with inequalities. It's asking us to solve it and write our solution using interval notation. So to do this, what I want to do is, first thing I notice is I have like terms on the same side, so we're going to combine. This is just solving like regular, except you have an inequality. So we have to know our rules for inequalities here. So let's go ahead and start solving. So 4n minus n will give me 3n minus 5. It's less than 7n plus 23. Okay. Now I'm going to start solving. I always like to have my variables on the left-hand side, so I'm going to move the 7n over here. This is going to give me a minus 4n minus 5. It's less than 23 plus 5. Okay. Cancel. And then plus 5. Minus 4n is less than 28. Now I'm going to go to divide. Now, here's the rule. If you're dividing by a negative number here, then your symbol, that thing, is going to flip. So n is greater than negative 7, okay? So let's talk about that over here. So if I have minus 2x is less than 10, if I have minus 2x less than negative 10, and if I also have the case of 2x less than negative 10, okay? In the first case here, sign will flip. Second case, sign will flip. Third case, no flip. Okay, so make sure we know when it'll flip, when it won't. The reason why both of these is the thing with x is negative. That's what makes it flip, okay? And this one and the last one, just because the 10 is negative, doesn't make any difference in the flipping. So I get this answer of n is greater than negative 7. Now, when it comes to graphing, you have to know about these symbols. Less than or greater than, depending on what it is, you will have an open circle, and your parentheses will be like that. If you have a line under them, like the greater than, equal to, less than equal to, you will have a closed circle and brackets, okay? The infinities, so if you have like negative, infinity, and so on, or like if you have positive infinity, those always have open brackets around it, because you can never touch infinity. So they'll never have the brackets, just open parentheses, okay? So we got to write it using interval notation. So to do that, it's really easy to go ahead and graph it first on a number line. I always find it easier to do that. Then I can figure out interval notation. So here's my number line, okay? And here's negative 7. I don't need any other numbers, all right? And I know because of my symbols, it's an open circle. So open circle. I got to figure out which way it goes. Okay, does it go to the left, to the right? Some students have problems figuring out where it's pointing or what it's doing if it's greater than and less than. In this case, one way you might have learned is that it eats the bigger number. Nom, nom, nom. You think of it like teeth, and it eats the bigger number. Well, in this case, it's saying that n is greater than negative 7. Okay, so that would mean everything to the right, all positive numbers. But another trick is, if your variable is on the left side, not the right side, left side, see how the arrow is pointing this way? That's the way I'm going to shade. So either way, it's to the right. So shade to the right, that's how it would be, okay? Now, for interval notation, this is why it helps. This is where my graph starts at negative 7. Where does it stop? At infinity, positive infinity. So it starts negative 7 to infinity. Because it's got the regular ones, it's going to have, doesn't have without the equal to, both open brackets. So this is the interval notation part. Okay? And then this is my answer. Alright. Next one says find the slope-intercept form of this equation. So slope-intercept formula is y equals mx plus b. Basically, what this is saying is, I gotta solve for y. So get rid of everything else but y on the left-hand side. So let's rewrite it first before I start moving stuff around. And I'm gonna minus the 2x, just doing reverse order of operations here. Getting rid of addition and subtraction first, minus 2x. You might be going, hey, can I put that 20 minus 2x together and get 18x? No! No, they're two different things. 5y is equal to minus 2x plus 20. Why is the minus 2x in the front? Because the thing with x is in the front. Don't put it on the end. You'll be looking silly in front of your professor. Now the next step is to get y by itself. Well, 5 and y are being multiplied together. So divide. Opposite. 5 by 5. Here and here. Everything gets divided by 5. y equals, now in this case, I can't reduce that, it's just a fraction. It's okay, we like fractions and slope-intercept. That's just going to stay that way, it can't be reduced, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So this is my answer in slope-intercept form, okay? This is my slope, and x, that's my b, equals y. So, I got my answer here, I'm done. I don't have to graph it, didn't say so, so I'm not going to. Alright, next one. It says that an appliance store decreases the price of the TV 27% to the sale price of $405.15. What was the original price for TV? Okay, show you guys a good old trick. There's kind of a formula to these, alright? It depends on if it's an increase or a decrease, okay? So, decrease, increase. Very similar formula, except one's got a plus, one's got a minus. Hey, surprise, surprise, okay? Decrease. How do you know it's going to be that? They're going to be talking about sale, you know, they're going to be talking about like stuff like sales, you know, percent off, something along those lines. Okay, so this would be sales problem. And increase, they might be talking about something like with taxes, like, you know, you go and you bought an item, and then you go and there's like a 7 to 10% tax wherever you're at, and so then you get some taxes added on. What's the, you know, original price? Okay, so this would be added. So. Alright, so the formula looks like this for either one. So if you have a note card, write it on your note card. Decrease is going to be x minus, alright, percent x, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, equals the sale price. Okay? And the increase is going to be x plus percent x equals whatever the increased price is, or, you know, whatever they say, there's like increased price, or the tax price, or something like that, okay, increased price. Or you might want to say the final price or something. They want to know the original usually. Okay, so notice very similar formulas, depending on what the question is asking. One's plus, one's minus. In this case, we're talking about sale, so this is the formula we're going to use, okay? Now, you might be like, what's going on here? X is the original price. We don't know what it is. That's what the question's asking. This is the percent, but as a decimal. Decimal. So we need to make it a decimal. Okay? So we're going to use this formula. X minus percent x equals 405.15. So I know that this is 27%. 27% as a decimal. You move your decimal point over twice. It's 0.27. Okay? So x minus 0.27x equals 405.15. Like that. Alright. This is like 1x minus 0.27x. Okay, so 1 minus 0.27, that's a decimal. This is 1.0 minus 0.27. Alright, it's going to give us 0.73x. You can combine them together. You're supposed to. Equals 405.15. Now I'm going to divide. Divide by the 0.73, divide by the 0.73. Now what happens whenever you divide by a fraction or by a decimal? Your answer is going to be bigger. It's not going to be smaller. When you multiply by a fraction decimal, your answer gets smaller. In this case, it gets bigger. So don't be surprised if that happens. Don't think you did something wrong. So you punch that in the calculator again with 555. So really, the original price of the TV was $555. Okay? You know that formula, put it on your cheat sheet. And you get one. Okay, number 14 here, it says simplify this. Oh, it's pretty easy. Simplify this, the best thing to do is to rewrite it first. Let's go ahead and rewrite it. So here's the deal. This is the power on top, and on bottom, this is the root. What am I talking about? Because if you rewrite it like this, okay, you're going to have the power here, and the root is whatever the index is there. So in this case, it's going to look like 3 is my root, 125 goes in here, and out here we're going to square it. So the cube root of 125, make sure you know your cubes, is 5 cubed is 125, so my answer is going to be 5. Now I got to square it, okay, which is 5 squared is 25. So final answer, 25. Finished. Easy problem. Next one says to simplify this. This is just a basic order of operations. I'm not solving for x. I'm not doing anything. There's no equal sign. So the first thing we want to do is start in the innermost parentheses. Well, I can't combine anything. It's x minus 7. So I'm going to have to multiply this in. Alright, let's make this a little bit bigger. So it looks a little, so it's easier for me to work with and for you to probably see me doing whatever I'm doing. Okay. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, do not try to combine that into 9. It's going to be so wrong. Don't ever do it. Don't do it at all. Not the entire problem. See what happens at the end. It's not 9. Okay? So I need to multiply this minus 3. Take the sign with it. And so I get 5 plus 4. Keep writing it that way. Okay? X is going to stay the same. Minus 3 times x, minus 3x, minus 3 times minus 7 is a plus 21. No extra parentheses. Now I have some like terms I can combine. 1x minus 3x is minus 2x. Keep writing this, don't put it together. Minus 2x plus 21. Now I can't combine anything in there, so now I have to move outwards, okay? Moving outwards means, hey, I told you not to combine it. 4 is going to come in and get multiplied, going to party with them. So you get 5 plus, this is going to become negative 8x. Alright, it's okay to have the plus negative 8. We're going to work on that. And then 4 times 21 is going to give me plus 84. I feel like, ooh, this is getting weird. It's getting kind of big. But it's okay. Now I have some like terms, 84 and 5. Put them together, I get 89 minus 8x. Ooh, easy. Or you can have minus 8x plus 89. Either one's fine. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to start on the next one for the linear system.